Have you ever waited for a message that never comes, a call that never rings, or a reply that never arrives? If you have, then you know the truth. Silence hurts more than rejection. Rejection, painful as it is, gives you an answer. It allows you to feel, grieve, and eventually move forward. Silence, however, traps you in uncertainty. It leaves your mind spinning, replaying conversations, analyzing words, gestures, even emojis, and wondering what you could have done differently. Did you say something wrong? Did they lose interest? Do they even care? Being ghosted or ignored leaves an invisible wound that festers quietly, leaving scars that no one else can see. Every unanswered message, every delay, every vanished response becomes a reminder that you are left to deal with your emotions alone. The absence of words is deafening, louder than any rejection could ever be. Rejection ends a story. Silence suspends it indefinitely. It's the uncertainty that pierces the heart, the not knowing that gnaws at the mind. You begin inventing stories, imagining reasons that may never exist. Your thoughts spiral into worst-case scenarios, replaying interactions with relentless intensity. It feels like being stuck in a room with your mind, and every passing moment stretches that silence into hours, days, and sometimes weeks. You might find yourself scrolling through old messages, looking for signs you missed, analyzing every tone, timing, or punctuation as if clues could explain away the pain. Ghosting and being ignored create a unique type of heartbreak. It is a heartbreak that isolates, that makes you feel invisible, undervalued, and powerless. And while rejection can hurt your pride, silence challenges your mind, your patience, and your ability to hold onto your peace. Yet, even in this quiet, there is a lesson waiting to be learned. Silence is a mirror. It reflects not your worth, but the inability of others to communicate, to care, or to understand. It exposes their shortcomings, not yours. The truth is, their silence is never about you, it is about them. Once you realize this, you begin to reclaim your power. You begin to understand that waiting for someone else to validate your value is a trap, and that your self-worth comes from within. Choosing yourself over uncertainty is the first act of self-love, the first act of courage. And while the silence may sting, each quiet moment becomes an opportunity for reflection, growth, and understanding. Life is full of people who will pass through our lives, leaving traces and memories, but only a few will stay. Silence teaches you to distinguish between those who are worth your energy and those who are not. It teaches you to set boundaries, honor your emotions, and prioritize your mental health. Over time, the pain of silence transforms into clarity. The absence of words becomes a space for insight, self-reflection, and emotional growth. You learn that your happiness and peace are not dependent on anyone else's acknowledgement. You begin to see that silence can be liberating, pushing you to ask the difficult questions. What do I want from my relationships? What kind of people deserve my time and attention? What am I willing to accept and what am I not? The answers do not come from the person who left you waiting, they come from within. And this realization is freeing. The pain of being ignored or ghosted teaches resilience, patience, and the importance of self-respect. It pushes you to focus on what truly matters, your own peace, growth, and emotional well-being. Over time, the lessons become clear. Rejection wounds, but silence strengthens. Rejection ends a story. Silence begins an inner journey. And this journey, as painful as it is transformative. It allows you to see your own worth, to set standards, and to attract people who will never leave you questioning your value. Silence may leave a hole in your heart, but it also creates space to reflect, space to heal, and space to love yourself more deeply. You begin to understand that their lack of communication is not a failure on your part. It is a redirection, guiding you toward people and experiences that truly deserve your attention. You learn to stop waiting for responses that will never come and start investing in yourself, your dreams, and your passions. Each unanswered message becomes a reminder that your energy is precious, and that not everyone deserves a place in your life. Over time, you stop overthinking, stop replaying old conversations, and stop questioning your worth. You realize that your peace is non-negotiable, your mental health is a priority, and your happiness is your responsibility. Silence hurts because it forces you to confront your fears and insecurities. It forces introspection. It challenges your patience, your confidence, and your sense of self. But it also teaches you lessons no rejection ever could: resilience, self-awareness, and the power of choice. The silence you once feared becomes a guide, helping you navigate relationships with clarity and intention. It teaches you to recognize those who are truly invested, those who communicate honestly, and those who respect your time and feelings. Ghosting, ignoring, and unanswered messages become not just pain, but a teacher showing you what you will and will not accept. And as you grow through this experience, you begin to reclaim your power. You begin to prioritize your emotional well-being above all else. You understand that silence does not define you. It refines you. It shapes you into someone who is strong enough to withstand uncertainty, wise enough to set boundaries, and confident enough to know their worth without external validation. Silence may hurt more than rejection, but it also has the power to awaken your resilience, to sharpen your self-awareness, and to teach you the true value of peace and self-love. The next time someone disappears without explanation, or leaves your messages unanswered, remember that their silence is not a reflection of your value. It is an opportunity to focus on yourself, to grow, and to attract people who will never leave you wondering. Embrace the quiet moments. Let them guide you. Let them teach you. Use the pain as fuel to strengthen your heart, clarify your mind, and reclaim your energy. Silence hurts, yes, but it can also be your greatest teacher. It can show you that your worth is not in the responses you receive, but in the strength, courage, and clarity you build within yourself. Rejection ends a chapter, but silence begins a journey that leads to self-respect, emotional growth, and the kind of relationships you truly deserve. And in that journey, you will find peace, resilience, and the confidence to know that no one is silence can ever diminish the value of who you are.